Hello and welcome to ExcelDashboardTemplates.com. This is Steve Equals True. Please visit my blog at ExcelDashboardTemplates.com so you're sure to get the latest posts, tips, tricks, and techniques and learn everything Excel. Also, I want to thank everybody for giving me all the likes on YouTube as well as subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thanks a ton. Alright, so we're going to revisit a Friday challenge that we did a couple of weeks ago. This is part 2. User had sent in a request saying I'd like to have stacked bar charts or stacked column charts for my SEO keyword performance, and I'd like to group it by top 10, top 20, top 30. They titled their post "A Stacked Bar with Distribution Within a Given Range." So created one chart for them, and Don showed me several different ways that we could do that type of chart. This is Peter's not attempt, this is Peter's awesome chart, and I'm going to show you how he went about making this. It's also very scalable. You can see it's got September and October. It's not just 1 month, so it has a lot of cool tips and tricks in here. So let's go ahead and show you that. Alright, so we have our keyword performance data. We've got our top 10, our top 20, and our top 30 by month. And so we need to create a chart range. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to do equals, and this is just equal to our September data, and then copy that down. And so we are going to have our top 10, and we are going to then do some sort of fill, and then we're going to do our top 20. We're going to do another fill to show the blanks in there. We're going to do our top 30 and end that with a fill as well. Alright, so our September data, let's go ahead and do that one. We have Peter did a little trick here to fake the vertical axis, and he's doing that by adding 10, so he's doing 10 plus, and he's adding the number of top 10s here, and he's going to just copy that down and make that for our top 10 for the September and October data. Okay, so each one of our series are going to have the number value of the top 10 as well as a fill area in our chart. And since the difference between 10 and 20 is going to be 10, we want to subtract all of our values for our fill object here to equal a total of 10. So we want to do subtract from 10, we want to subtract the value of our top 10. So you can see our fill is going to be 5. If our value is 5, you can copy that down and that will work. So let's go ahead and fill in our top 20. Now here's where it's going to differ. We're adding 10 to this top 10 just because we want to adjust it and make sure we're only showing 5 above the axis. Our top 20 and top 30 are going to have 10 as our base. So we want to just go ahead and make this equal to the value of our top 20, and this one is the value of top 20 there. And our fill, it's just like before. We're going to take 10 and we're going to subtract this amount right here. So that's our fill function, and we can copy that down. Now I can copy this formula over here for my last fill, and let's just go ahead and finish our top 30 with this amount. And I can just copy that down for every row we have. Alright, so we now have our data set up, and let's go ahead and make our chart and show you a couple tips and tricks here that we're going to do. So we want to first highlight our range. We want to go up to our insert ribbon. We want to do a column chart, and we want to do a stacked column chart. Okay, not quite what we were looking for here, but what I want to do is I want to just go up to my design ribbon, and I want to switch my rows and columns so that we get the type of chart that we want. Alright, so you can see each one of our fills are set up in here to give us our gaps. So let's change those fills by right-clicking on them and doing Format Data Series. And we want to change the fill color on these to no fill. Now you can keep this dialog box open and just go select those different fill categories in your chart and change them thusly by just keeping that open. Now you can see we've got sort of the chart that we're looking for. Don't need this legend here anymore. I can go ahead and delete that, and let's shrink this up just a little bit so that we can get it all in one area. Alright, so similar to what we want, but you notice there's no breaks here for each unit which the user wanted to see. Also, our values here are a little strange. You can see we're at 15, we're at 20, 30, we're at 45. So let's go ahead and modify this a little bit by right-clicking on our vertical axis, do Format Axis, and then what we want to change is we want to change our numbers here. So we want to make our minimum, we want to make this a minimum of 10. That's why we added 10 to that very first data point. Our maximum, now I don't want to show 45 because it's going to show too many lines then. I want our maximum to be 39. And then our major unit, we want to change that to 10 because we want to show every 10. Alright, so let's see what that looks like here. And if I click on Close, you can see I've got 10, 20, and 30. Pretty close to what I want. Let's go back into that vertical axis here by right-clicking on it and doing Format Axis. I want to change the number of this as well. Now this is a really cool thing. What Peter did is he said, we've got 10, 20, and 30. I just want to show the word top right in front of that. So you can come in here and you can just do quotes top, quotes, and let's put a space in there, and then you've got general after that. And look at that, once I hit that as a custom format, top with a space, and we can just leave general on there. Look at that, our vertical axis has top 20, top 30, top 10. Now we've got everything that we really want here except for one other thing, or two other things. We want labels, but you notice we've only got one block of data. This one's, yeah, that's nice. It's showing me about 5 units, 2 units, and so on. But I can't see those individual blocks that the user wanted. So what we want to do, and this is another cool thing Peter did. I don't usually use this feature, so I wanted to show it to everyone. He went up to his insert ribbon. He went to the shapes button. And in the shapes, he went and found a rectangle. So like here's a flow chart, that's a process, rectangles. So there's a rectangle right there. Once you click on it, you see you have a crosshair in your spreadsheet. I am clicking and holding that and let it go. And look, I've created a shape that looks like a unit. And if I click on it and go up to my format ribbon, I can change my shape fill, I can change my shape outline. Let's change the shape outline to this black. And I'm going to hit this little format shape icon here, and because I just want to make the line style, I just don't want it to be that thick. So let's go down to like say a 1-point line style. Click on Close. So I have this little block of a unit. Once I click on it, I can hit Control C, or I can go up and hit Copy from my home ribbon. Now when I go into the chart, I want to select the data that you can see that have various colors, and I want to do Control 1, or you can do right click and do Format Data Series. And if you go up to your fill options, see there's this picture or texture fill, and it says Insert From. I'm going to choose Clipboard, and then I want to change the stack with scale of 1 units per picture. Click on Close. Look at that, it's put in my units. There's 3 units, there's 2 units. Just have to repeat this process by clicking on the shape or the stacked bar column chart that I want to change. Do Fill, Picture Fill, Clipboard, Scale of 1, and Close. And there's those middle ones. So I'm going to hit Control 1, Fill, Picture or Texture Fill, Clipboard, Scale of 1, click on Close. Alright, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 3 there, just a visual representation of what the user is looking for. Now all we need to do is add some labels in here. So click anywhere in your chart, don't click on just one of these. Go up to your layout ribbon, go over to your data labels button, and then let's just choose center. Now it's going to put numbers all over the place. Now I don't want this 8 and 7. These are the fill numbers, so I'm going to click on them and hit my delete key. Don't want these 7 or 8, and hit my delete key. Don't want this 5 or 6, so I'm going to hit my delete key there. Now each one of these other ones that show my units, I'm just going to have to click and move these up. You can move them to wherever you want, and then they'll stay there as you change the chart for the next month. I might have to just modify these slightly. Now, these last two down here at the bottom, remember we had 15 and 14 as our fills. That's because 15, we're starting our bottom of our chart at top 10, which is the number 10. So it's got 10 extra ones down here. That's why you're seeing 15 and 14. But we're only showing 5 units and 4 units. So what you want to do is just click on that label, hit your F2 key, and type in the number 5. And hit enter, and you'll see your label will change. Same thing with this October data. Click on it, hit F2, type in the number 4, and hit enter. And there you can see we've created the way Peter did this, so I thought that was awesome and I wanted to show it. I've never used that picture fill before to show individual units. I thought that was just amazing. Also, I loved how he did the label for top 10 and 20. I did mine in a much more complicated fashion, and I'll show you that in a future post. I want to thank everyone, Peter and Don, for submitting your various Friday challenges. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have an amazing Friday challenge. We're going to give you a full week on this to submit your data. It's going to be a full dashboard challenge with a data set that we're going to provide. Love to see what you can show us. So once again, thanks for visiting my blog at exceldashboardtemplates.com. This is Steve Equals True. Don't forget to sign up for my video channel as well as the blog at my website. Thank you.